Here's my counsel. You see this life over here? Not worth it. Chase this one. Chase marriage. He just told this young man, chase marriage. Now, what are you hearing, young man, on the internet right now? You're hearing single men who have never been married telling you that don't get married. Don't get into a relationship. Just use these women because they're modern, because they're useless, because they're whatever. That's what you're hearing on the internet. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Guys, you know what we do on this channel. I give relationship advice to young people, young Christians. Please leave a like, comment, and sub to my channel. I'd really love your subscription today. Let's check out today's video, guys. This video was sent to me by a friend, wanted me to react to it. Let's go.
One thing you did when you were in your 20s that you regret, that would change your life today.
I regret being a hoe. When I was in my 20s, I was a hoe.
Wow.
What do you mean by that?
I was a hoe. I was doing a lot of women that I shouldn't have been doing, and I had a family that I could deal with. So I was just out there doing, anybody.
Wow.
Not like that, but I was just picking and choosing what I wanted and who I wanted. Because I had a little reputation here in Springfield, and that got me a lot of things, and especially a lot of women. And I regret using them and, regret using who I was.
This is amazing.
Wow, so you would have not, smashed the women?
I wouldn't have smashed them like I did, no.
What would you have did?
What would I have done?
I bet
stay with my one son's mother and been married and been happy today.
Knew it.
That's probably a regret that I've gotten over, but I would still be with her.
Wow, that's amazing.
Because I still have some great feelings for her in my heart, but I know how to navigate through that. But I wouldn't have been the hoe that I was back then.
So what made you be a hoe?
It was ingrained in me. My uncle was a hoe. My grandfather was a hoe. My brothers was hoes. My cousins was hoes.
Wow.
I'm sorry, it might not sound right. My mama was a hoe.
Oh, dang.
I'm telling the truth. Said 6 kids by 5 different men. Don't that qualify?
One thing you did when you were in your...
Okay, guys, so this directly correlates to what I was talking about in one of my previous videos, which is today's mindset. I think a lot of people who have divorced, and I'm sorry to say it is the women who are on internet who are doing this, who are doubling and tripling down on their divorce and their mistakes and all the stuff that they have done, that even people look at and say, okay, that's a bit silly. It's a thing now in this day and age where people just go, I was talking about Tia Mowry, where she's talking about how, I've graduated, I've graduated marriage and I'm going off into the horizon type thing. So it's like you just double and triple down. And I was talking about in one of my previous videos, the need for our elderly, our older men, our people who have gone before us, mentoring and speaking to the younger men, and vice versa, the older women, the wise, those who have gone before, speaking to the younger women. And what I was talking about was that it just seems that the women of these days, especially modern women, the ones that we're seeing on the internet, I'm not talking about those that we see in, in our close communities and our churches, but those on the internet, they seem to double down on their lifestyle, the fact that they've had multiple body count. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. I can have high body count. It doesn't matter. That kind of stuff. I can, divorce here and there and it don't matter. I can go on OnlyFans. It's okay. Whatever. It doesn't matter. This is what I was talking about. So you see this man right here, and I'm sure there'll be many just like him. I'm sure there are men out there who are still doing the lifestyle that he's living and are doubling down on it. So I'm not meaning to pick on the ladies here, but it just, it's just all over the internet, unfortunately. But look at what he did, right? He's speaking to a younger man, and he could have said, and he could have shown off to him. He could have been like, at my age, I was smashing, I was doing this and I was doing that to impress this young man. The young man probably would have been impressed because, hey, this is what young men are impressed by these days. but he actually owned, and this is what I'm talking about, guys. He owned his faults. He owned the fact that he did this is what I did and it was wrong. And I was saying in my previous video that young people, go to people like this so that they can give you the cheat sheet. They can tell you how to avoid the heartache, the difficulties, the issues that they went through, so you don't have to. That's what it's there for. That's why the Bible talks about elderly men, older men talking to the younger men, and elderly women, older women talking to the younger women, so that you don't have to go through what they did. And I was talking about this in relation to marriage. If you're afraid of marriage, if you're afraid of the things that you see online, the things that could possibly happen, go and speak to those who are successful. Let them give you the cheat sheet. Let them tell you how to navigate it so that you can be successful. And I love this video because he was very real. I mean, he's older now. What are you going to do? Right? But the fact that he didn't go, yeah, you know, I was a bad boy and I was cool. No, he said it was wrong. He said, yeah, that was wrong. And imagine he's reached a conclusion that all that he did was vanity, and he could have just stayed with the woman that he loved, that he had a child with, and married her, right? So the message that sends to this young man is actually, let me get married. Let me not be a hoe, because this man has lived it and he's telling me it is not worth the squeeze. I love this video. I really do, because I literally just did a video about this, talking about how seeking counsel is so important. This is counsel, guys. This is what we're talking about. This is somebody who has been through it before you, and he can tell you, here's my counsel. You see this life over here? Not worth it. Chase this one. This is what literally he just did. Chase marriage. He just told this young man, chase marriage. Now, what are you hearing, young man, on the internet right now? You're hearing single men who have never been married telling you that don't get married, don't get into a relationship, just use these women because they're modern, because they're useless, because they're whatever. That's what you're hearing on the internet. But look at what this elderly man said. Wisdom. So I really love this video, guys. It's one of those videos that just kind of helps me make my point, which is that in the multitude of counsel, you will find safety. Safety means you don't have to go through or fall into all the traps that the person who is giving you counsel has done. So this is what I'm saying. So these women that we're seeing on the internet, instead of saying, look, I divorced my husband, but I shouldn't have. They're saying I divorced my husband and it's the best thing I've ever done, and I started my life anew and I did. That's what they're doing. It's silly. And these girls are going to hear that. They're going to be like, oh yeah, I can just, if I get married, I can just divorce my husband and start again and graduate. That's what they're hearing. It is what it is. Guys, let me know what you think of this video. Do you love this video as much as I do? Or do you think, oh yeah, well, he was a waste man because he cheated and used women, like he said? The point is, he owns it. He's reached the end and he's realized I wasted everything. And there's no sign of him saying that he's managed to still have what he lost. And that's another thing about these days. We think that we can go through life like this, not make the right decisions, lose out on good things, go and do and enjoy all the bad stuff, and then at the end we think we can still turn around, divorce or whatever, and still come around and still have the good thing. It doesn't work that way. Not all the time. Unfortunately, God is a God of second chance, but you will lose some things along the way, because look, the path is two. God does have mercy, but it doesn't mean that you can turn around and still have the exact thing that the person who did it right from the beginning has. You know what I mean? Guys, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think of this video. Do you agree with me or do you disagree with me? I'd like to discuss that with you in the comments. Please remember, I have a reaction channel. I discuss movie reviews over there. I react to movie trailers, gaming trailers, and so on and so forth, and all other shenanigans over there. Please go over there, give me a like, comment, and sub. And if you enjoyed my reaction to this video, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I appreciate you guys watching my video. I'll see you in the next one.